Travel chaos is brewing after the FAA orders flight cuts at major airports, impacting thousands of flights daily. And passengers are bracing for impact. Let's go live to Fox 11's Ed Lascos at LAX with details tonight. Ed?
And Laura, when you look at the clock up there, we're now just, a few hours away from the FAA and its imposed air traffic reduction, and some news in that. It's not going to start at a 10% reduction as we were told yesterday. Now they're really going to start at the FAA at a 4% reduction, and then it will increase gradually, hitting that 10% mark next Friday next week, if that government shutdown continues. Anyway, Joe, take us into the story. You can see it's getting a little busier here. This is Terminal 7, the United Terminal here at LAX, top level, and even though we're hours away from that official 4% reduction, we're already seeing some flights being delayed here and some passengers dealing with that. To the video we go, check it, talking about the control tower here at LAX and the shortage of air traffic controllers brought on by that continuing government shutdown. That's the reason behind this flight reduction, and the big boards here at LAX showing some of these delays already from some of the flights. So you can imagine when that 4% hits tomorrow morning, probably going to see, as the experts have been saying, thousands of flights right across the country hitting with that delay. And you think about California, it seems to be the hardest hit state from this shutdown, if you will, the 4% cutback, because 5 major airports here in our state are affected. 3 right here in SoCal. LAX, of course, one of the busiest in the country and the world. And then you have Ontario, you have San Diego, then you have San Francisco, Oakland up north. And then you have the passengers tonight. Nervous, I think, is a good adjective to describe their feeling. They might be getting out tonight, beating that 4% cutback, but they have no idea what's going to happen on their return flight, many of them coming back on Sunday night. Listen to some of the passengers and their concerns tonight.
Oh, we started out at Fort Lauderdale this morning. We had a connecting flight here and just didn't make it. Everybody's been really nice, but yeah, some problems.
I have appointments scheduled and I have to arrive to those appointments, or other people that they were frustrated at the airplane is because they have connecting flights and maybe they couldn't even make it.
And it's out of your hands.
Yes. My flight did not get delayed in this morning, but we were waiting when we arrived here for a gate.
So getting out early doesn't really help then?
It didn't.
Yeah. And now you're looking live at a list of some of these other airports. You know, you talk about the major ones here in California, but if you fly, you know that there are a lot of ties to the LA travelers. Talking about airports affected, Las Vegas, and then the major hubs, Houston, Atlanta, Chicago, New York, and that list goes on and on as we come back here. You could also add Detroit to it, Dallas to it, Phoenix to it, and if you fly, you know that list and how it goes. And interesting is, Gabriella was telling us there, that nice lady we were listening to, a lot of the travel experts are saying, Laura, a way to beat this is to try to catch the first flight out in the morning, because most likely those will be on time. And as she made a good point, she did that today, but where she was flying to the connection flight, there was a delay there. So it seems to be, as you know, a domino effect, and that's what I think everybody is bracing for here. Certainly these travelers here tonight saying they wonder what's going to happen, many of them coming back Sunday night, and as the government shutdown continues, certainly delays, especially if they're flying later in the evening.
And Ed, if only we had that much control over our travel plans, right? A lot of us have to work within a small period of time if we're on vacation, or let's say we're going to a family function. I mean, this is going to be so tough for folks. Got any other suggestions?
Yeah, tough. It's frustrating. Interesting, to your point, Laura, and it's a good point, that a lot of the major airlines out tonight, United, Delta, Southwest, you name it, right down the line, they're out on their websites with announcements saying that if you're a passenger, you have booked and you have your flight, you have your tickets, and you have to make some last-minute changes, maybe move to another flight. Usually there's a fee, a penalty. They're waiving those penalties over the next week because they realize there's going to be, as folks are saying, it's a chaotic situation, a frustrating situation with a lot of the delays and even flight cancellations.